What up, y'all? It's your boy, One Sir Growth, and this is 495, casting celebrities worldwide. I hope everyone is having a pleasant day, blessed day, wherever y'all are in the world, because, it might be daytime, might be nighttime, and, I really don't know, man. It might be somewhere in between. So that said, as I always say such, welcome to episode 19 of the show with your boy. So, today's topic is, let's just get right into it, because I'm not like them dudes that, before we get to this, we're just going to get right to it. So we're in it. Get with it. So DJ Wood and Uzi, the movie that I've been working on, is under fucking way. Like, the shit is in progress. And a lot of people, man, who doubted, who of those handful of motherfuckers who doubted that I was actually serious about this shit, man, they're finding out very quickly that not only has my podcast, this 495 podcast, not only has it gained fucking major traction, I'm gonna tell you how, looking at the statistics and seeing the downloads. Now, you know how some cats, man, they record some shit, they put it up on the fucking internet, and then it's like one play, which is sad, you know what I mean? Some people just aren't motivated, man. And some people just, quite frankly, don't have skills. It's not that they can't develop their skills, but in a lot of respects, man, some people, man, they can develop the skills, but they're just not fucking motivated. And they're just bullshit. Like, they just fucking pretend like they're going to work on a project, in media, and they be talking about some shit. Now, see, here's the fundamental difference between that type and me, myself. You see, I actually fucking follow through on these projects. And so in terms of this project, DJ Wood and Uzi, if you don't know about it, if you haven't heard about it, what it is, it's a movie, it's a screenplay that I've been working on with different individuals now from around the world. Yeah, it's a real fucking thing. Now, let's get to it, man. As a recap for those who are following it, and look, man, there are people following this project because they like the shit. You see what I'm saying? So for anybody out there who's like, man, fuck that shit's bullshit, you ain't serious about it, really? Okay, well then check game. Here's my challenge to you. If you think my project is bullshit and you think that you have a fucking idea for a movie, right? That you're gonna write the movie, you're gonna write the screenplay, like you are going to fucking author it, like you're gonna make a real fucking screenplay. Let me see you fucking do it, man. Let me see you write it. Now, I'm not talking about people who are in the industry, who have been at it, who have been making movies. And I'm not talking about some bullshit underground fucking movie on YouTube that's like you with a handy cam and a fucking iPhone. I'm talking about an actual screenplay where it's actually crafted and people can see the contents of the screenplay. I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. I've been using software and, yo, man, I'm on top of this shit though. Okay. I wrote it by hand. Okay. The old school way. I did that. And, I typed it, and I also, did an audio version of it. And I also paid for services in terms of graphic design, illustration, and, professional, videography, video. Yeah. So, it's underway. I'm hiring actors, associate producers, makeup, wardrobe, location scouts, location management folk. And, yeah, man, we're doing a real deal here, man. And so, as I just indicated to you, the world audience, this is a movie from a graphic novel / ebook that I penned that has been written. And, for motherfuckers who say that they're going to make movies, let's see what you have in terms of actual written, typed. I mean, I don't give a fuck if you don't write it. Just type it. Type a fucking actual screenplay, craft an actual ebook, and let me see you fucking sit down in front of the computer and actually fucking focus, man, and type that shit. Let me see you do it, okay? Because I showed my actual notebook with my written documents that I actually fucking wrote, that I came up with and nobody else came up with. I showed my work, man. I demonstrated that I have the capability of doing that shit. And I was a young author before. When I was a kid, I was in the young authors Young Writers Workshop. And when I was really young, in elementary school, I had a book that was actually published in a university. Now you might think that's stupid and you might think that that's insignificant. Well, here's how it's relevant and how it pertains to my project that I'm working on with my team 495. I've got 6 people already thus far who have agreed to act in this movie with major roles. They're not even minor roles. They're legit fucking serious roles. I've already paid talented people, man, in different countries to work on the project. So I've already paid for their services, and that's already been published. It's already materialized. Now that's me. And then you have hater motherfuckers who claim that I'm not serious about my project. Where's their fucking movie? Where are they? Where's their notepad where they're writing the movie and then it's typed and it's in any kind of like format that's legit where you can read what they've typed about their storyline and their movie. Now listen, man, I'm not talking about people who are already established in Hollywood. I'm not talking about people like that. I'm not talking about people who have been at it for a minute. I'm talking about the scoffers, the mockers, the sideline critics. Listen, man, constructive criticism, I'm open to it, man. I'm I'm fucking almost a half a century old, and I'm open to constructive criticism, man. I've been in the rap game for over 20 fucking years. I've recorded in some of the top studios, man. You know, back in the day, man, in the 1990s, my team was paying $75 an hour to record in top name studios. Come on, man, that was the 1990s. Now we're in 2018, fucking going into 2019 and beyond. Man, $75 an hour, even today, for some people, man, that's a stretch. I mean, unless, you know, man, somebody's got it like that. But back in the day, that was my team doing that. And that was in the fucking 90s. And we were teenagers becoming young adults, okay? So we were fucking balling like that in the 1990s. Come on, man. Some of the studios, man, depending on what we wanted, we were paying over $100 an hour. I'm talking on the average, we were paying about $75 an hour. And we've recorded with top producers who have been involved with major production projects that have gone gold, okay? So in that, I come from a background of media. I've been involved in media, man. I've put out 3 solo albums of my own worldwide, distributed worldwide, available in over 140 countries. And I've put out albums for my homeboys, man, other artists and whatnot, man. And I've worked on over 10 major projects. I've worked on projects in Canada that have been on television in Canada, man. And fucking Nielsen SoundScan, Billboard shit, man. Okay? And my projects are no joke because they're multinational, and that's real shit. So a lot of cats, man, you know, they might have been rapping for a long time, but they ain't never had anything on Billboard. They ain't never been top like 5 or, you know, top 10 in their fucking state. I mean, come on, man, in their own state, even as an indie artist. So what I'm saying is this, man, I've done these things. These are my accolades, and it's to my merit that I've done these things. This is my repertoire. I'm not new to it. I'm not a new jack. I'm not a novice. I'm not even an amateur, man. I'm a fucking professional with 20 plus years in the digital media industry under my belt. Okay? So since I've been in it like that and I roll with the crew, right? If I suck, if I was garbage, if I didn't have any kind of skills, I wouldn't have any crew members. They'd just be like, dude, you're weak. Okay? Well, then why have cats been rapping with me for so long and shit? Why have they been involved in projects for so long? I mean, there's motherfuckers out there, man. They, you know, they bump their gums and shit, and they run their motherfucking mouths, and they talk out the side their necks and shit, you know, on some childish fucking immature hater shit. But I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. Despite those motherfuckers, these projects that I work on, they're solid, man. Okay? I got stats, man, that show that this stuff that I produce, it actually does something. You know what I'm saying? Some cats have rap, man, underground, and they've never had a single royalty check. Like, they've never gotten a penny for rhyming on the mic. You know why? They're not serious, man, and they never get behind their music. They might have a bunch of people in a city who are rooting for them, but they never do anything with their music. You know, there's a lot of shit you got to do in the real music industry, man, to get stripes, man. Okay? And to pay your dues, you know, being a member of different professional recording musical artistry organizations. A lot of cats, man, they've been rapping for fucking 10 years and they've never joined an actual organization where, you know, they're part of like the guild, right? They've never done it. And they're like, man, I'm legendary in my city and this, and man, my town, and motherfucker. Yeah, right. That's cool. But you've never taken that additional step to like register your works and to like pay your annual dues or whenever they're due. You know what I'm saying? Cause niggas is greedy, man. A lot of niggas, man, the way they roll, you got cats in cities that sell kilograms of cocaine. Okay. They get them, you know, 25, 50,000, you know what I'm saying? And then distro on it and shit, depending on fluctuating prices and shit. Motherfucker get a return on his investment, on his illicit drug dealing business and shit, right? And you see niggas trying to stunt and they got like whatever fucking class, you know, foreign whip this, and they got the club nights and they got the gear and they got the jewels and they got the bling and they roll with the entourage. Them niggas, they ain't never done anything in the rap game. They might be on YouTube with 5 million hits. They ain't even registered their shit. They ain't even fucking doing anything in the real music industry. They're not part of any kind of professional recording organization and they ain't really doing shit. But they can pay for the illusion. Now, ask these niggas to take the next step and to actually do something in the real industry. Here's what happens. You get niggas, man, who they front because even though they got the little underground show going on, even though they got the little underground showboat shit going on, right? Ask this nigga to pay $25 to join BMI or ASCAP or SNOCAP or one of these organizations. And this nigga might be on the streets, you know, balling and shit. This nigga won't even fucking spend the money to join a Hollywood organization. You know why? Because the nigga think he too good. Oh, why am I gonna have to go and pay for that? Well, why you buying all the jewels, man? You know, you get locked up for selling dope and shit. Cause one of your homies snitches on you, nigga, who you thought was your homeboy and shit. You get locked up, boom, there goes all your money, goes all your jewels, all your shit. You know what I'm saying, nigga? So the dope game money don't last though. That shit is ephemeral. It's illusory and it's a good illusion that you have for yourself on YouTube and shit. I know these niggas. Ask them to put up $30, man, to do something in a professional society where they could actually then participate in the larger Hollywood scheme and scope and arena of it all. They ain't down with it. You know why? Because they're antisocial, man. They're social in the sense of being in their hood, being in their city and fronting and shit. But then when you tell them niggas, look, man, you got to do this, because there are steps in the process. There are levels in this game. You feel me? And there are a lot of them. A lot of niggas don't want to do the professional shit. They want to just they think they're going to get rich on fucking the internet because they've seen like 2 people out of like, you know, 100 fucking million people do it. And they think that they're going to be the next person to do it. But in the schematics of it all, in the statistical probabilistic world of it all, they ain't going to do it because it's like winning the lottery. You know what I'm saying? And if they ain't on top of their professional society game, right? In other words, in the arts and entertainment, like recording industry, and being up on the conferences and networks and, you know what I'm saying, doing everything that they need to do to get their material and movies and soundtracks and shit. Bro, I've worked with fucking top names. And, man, I've been on the charts. You know what I'm saying? And I've done shit as a major independent artist. And I've never sold out to any fucking one. You see this? And so, but these other cats, they're shady. And they don't want to play by those rules, which is fine, but they front like they're doing something that they ain't really doing. In order to do shit in the major industry, even as an independent who's a major independent, if you want to be on that level, there are dozens of things that you got to do right out of the fucking playbook, right out of the rule book, right? And you have to do those things because if you don't, you won't have your shit available in all those countries. You won't have your shit available in 140 plus countries. You won't have any way to track your data in 140 plus. Logistically, man, that used to be reserved for major record labels. There are ways you can do it as a major independent, but you got to stay up on it, man. And then the other thing, it's a craft, okay, that is an around the clock process. A lot of these niggas, man, who front, they're just fucking lazy and they ain't really about it, man. I've been in this industry for 20 years, man. This shit you got to work on around the clock. You got to keep your audience up, man. You got to keep delivering product. You can't just be, you know what I'm saying? And then the other thing, man, is not only logistically, back to the logistics of it all, tracking it worldwide. Now keep in mind, before computers were as advanced as they are now, it used to take an entire record label and then outsource to other agencies an entire company, right, worth of resources to track your data. And you notice I ain't drinking on this show, this one right now. Man, I even cracked the whiskey, bro. I'm 100% sober on this shit. And also, man, I quit smoking, man. That shit is whack. See, man, quit smoking, bro. So in that, it used to take an entire fucking division or divisions to track an album that's sold in multiple countries. And people don't always get paid right away or even within the first year, man. And if you read the actual textbook, if you read the textbook, sometimes, man, it could take 10, 15, 20 years to actually get paid on an album. You might put out an album, bro, and you might not see any fucking pennies. Straight up. This is tradition, man, unless you got a serious motherfucking budget behind you. Unless you got serious deep pocket resources behind you. And I ain't talking about niggas that faking in the streets, man, selling a few kilos here and there, pretending like they Tony Montana and all this kind of stuff, man, fucking acting like they're like drug cartels. I ain't talking about funny niggas like that who ain't serious about the rap game and who use mumbled fucking tunes and all this auto-tune shit. I ain't talking about dudes that pretend like they're in the rap industry because they're on YouTube and they got a showboat fucking show cam on them and shit. I ain't talking about them niggas. I'm talking about if you put out a real album, like in the industry with the organizations and the associations, if your album doesn't hit top of the charts, but it stays in it, in other words, there are people that are, though you ain't like in the top 100 or top 50 on Billboard or 200 or even 1,000, but let's say, man, your album gets discovered 15 years later, like, I don't know, in some country, man, where they ain't heard of you before, even though the internet's been around. Your album might take off in some country, right? It just might hit in Italy. It might hit in Paraguay. It might hit in Somalia. Who fucking knows? Just random places, right? Motherfuckers might be like, yo, I'm feeling this. And then all of a sudden, your album that niggas wasn't feeling in the States, boom, the shit blows up, dog. And then all of a sudden, your album, it gets re-released, maybe multiple times. And then after that, some years down the road, then you start to see $1, okay? Or $10 or $100 or whatever. Okay. You might not get paid right away. And that's the dedication that a cat has to have to the art and the craft of the real industry. Knowing you might make some material that might not be embraced for years, maybe even multiple decades. But then later down the road, cats is like, you know what, man, dude, you were fucking way ahead of your time. The shit you was rhyming about back in 2000, you know, the year 2000 or 1990, man, that shit just got discovered in the archives and cats is feeling it for whatever reason. You might have said something where cats just, they didn't hear it because it wasn't on the internet, or maybe it was, and maybe it was a cassette tape and then it got transferred over into digital. And you said something that was so ultra slick. And then cats is like, yo, man, dude was saying this shit way back in the day, 20, 30 fucking years before y'all. Man, this shit is the shit. This shit is fucking, and then it takes off, right? It gains traction. So that's how art is you got to find your audience, man. And unless you got major fucking dollars behind you to put the information out for the public day in, day out, around the clock. I'm talking like advertising campaigns where you're spending sometimes thousands of dollars on a daily basis. Even the drug dealers, though, even the cats that are hustling in the streets, they try to cut corners a lot of times, even if they got dope money. They ain't gonna put up what would be considered a proper budget if they were legitimate, legal, without having the dope money. You know what I'm saying? They'll even short on the money because again, they don't know what they're doing a lot of times, man. I mean, you hear stories about cats that made it in the game who were selling dope, but you also got to look at the ones who never did and the ones who have been trying to do it for fucking 20, 30 years and they still haven't done it because it's exactly what I said it is, and it was. And so, back to my point, some campaigns, man, you gotta, like, I'll give you an example, man. I saw this documentary about, Alicia Keys, phenomenal artist, remarkable, magnificent voice, man. Man, marvelous persona. Like, I, genuinely, bro, have the utmost respect for Alicia Keys. I ain't never seen anything bad about her in, gossip on the web. Everything she's ever produced, in my opinion, man, is fucking top flight, and it's soulful, and it's meaningful, and it's real music, and she plays instruments, and she sings at the world-class level. I saw this documentary where it said her style was so advanced, it didn't gain ground or traction the first time it did, but what I'm saying is that it was so unique and so novel, people didn't, at first, a lot of people, like in terms of like how you would do a campaign, they just didn't understand it because it was way over their heads at the time. And you got to look at trends during those times, right? What was going on then that the masses were paying attention to? On her second tour, right? Because of like marketing and being keen to stay in touch with people, that's when it popped off. That's when it sparked off. And they were like, yo, right, we get it now. And fuck yeah, this shit is on fire. You see what I'm saying? So you might even do a global tour and you might lose money or you might break even. You see what I'm saying? And motherfuckers might not be feeling you at first or kind of feeling you, somewhere in between. So it's a craft where you got to travel, you got to advertise, you got to, sometimes, man, depending on what you want to get, your return on your investment, ROI, right? Man, you might have to spend thousands of dollars on a daily basis, man. Where you gonna get that money? And even if you're selling drugs, and I ain't giving any kind of legal or business advice, and I'm not encouraging anyone to sell drugs, and I'm not glorifying the drug dealing industry, illicit business, man. I'm not knocking cats who gotta survive and who do hustle and shit, because I sold weed, man, and shit, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, statute of limitations before it was legal. But you feel me though? What I'm saying is, man, even cats that are selling dope, 99% of them ain't even fucking taken when they do take their money and they do try to apply it to something that they consider legit, i.e. the rap game, they ain't even doing it right. They're faking niggas out on YouTube where niggas is like, oh, look, they got 1 million hits. Yeah, but they ain't got no pennies coming back in royalty. There's not a single fucking check coming to them saying, yo, man, this is from this association that you're a part of and you did it right, man. And thanks for signing up with us. And yeah, man, last year we noticed you didn't get any money because we're still tracking your data, but you probably get a little something, man, in like a year out. Motherfuckers might have to wait 2 years. Cats ain't trying to do that. They ain't trying to play by those rules. And that's why in the end, all that shit that they did in the underground, man, I'm telling you, bro, chances are they ain't Cash Money. They ain't Universal. You feel me? They ain't doing what Juvenile and Lil Wayne and them did. Okay? They ain't doing that. That's like winning the lottery. And them dudes had talent too. A lot of niggas, just because they showboat and they got dough money, a lot of niggas, man, they ain't really talented, man. They mumble on the mic. They use an auto-tune and they ain't real rappers, man. That ain't real rap. Okay? In the eyes of a lot of cats, man, who come from the real rap game, and also audiences now, man, losing interest in the whole mumble shit. That shit was just a fucking fad, like any fad. And that shit is going to go away, man, and there's going to be another trend. Okay? So that's my point. Now, in terms of this movie that I'm putting out, man, that I'm working on, I need to hire some more actors, and I need some people for makeup and wardrobe. Let me tell you this, man. So in terms of data that's available regarding this independent indie film production project that I'm working on with 495, we already have established quite a bit in terms of written works and the body of information that comprises the project. Look, man, you could check out DJ with an Uzi opening scene, movie, ebook, audiobook. You could check out DJ with an Uzi, which was the underground trailer, not what is going to be the official trailer, but the first rudimentary underground trailer You could check that out. DJ with an Uzi international trailer where it explains the movie. You could check out DJ with an Uzi movie production promo 2018. That's DJ with an Uzi movie production promo 2018. You could check out the synopsis. The synopsis is explained. So not only did I write the synopsis, obviously, man, I'm working on a real fucking movie, right? I wrote the synopsis. How many cats, man, talk about making a movie or they got an idea for a movie? They don't ever even write the synopsis or the log line to the movie because they don't even know what that is, man. And that's real talk. And it's sad, man, and it's ignorance. You can check that out. I wrote that. So there's the synopsis, there's the log line, and there's the explanation of the synopsis. You can check that out too. You can check out the opening scene. So, like I said, the opening scene is discussed. It's explained. You can hear all 15 chapters of the screenplay summarized. Okay? So the 15 chapters are all explained. They're all summarized. You can actually, if you know where to look, you can actually find book 1, which is the first chapter. You can find it because I already put it online, man. And that's for you, the audience. That's my treat to you is it's the first chapter. I gave it away for free. Most of it. So cats who think that it ain't real, because they're just suckers and they're fucking spiteful haters and they're pieces of shit and they're sideline critics just bumping their gums, running their fucking mouths. You can already see, man, I put a lot of work into this project, man, and I've been working on it. I don't just talk about it, man. I be about it. Okay. So you can see I've invested time, money, resources, and dedication into writing, penning, authoring, and, again, for those who pay attention, man. And thank you, by the way, for listening to 495 Casting Celebrities Worldwide, which this is season 1. This is our latest project in addition to DJ with an Uzi. And yeah, man, if you know where to look online, you can actually find the first written chapter in almost its entirety. But I can't tell you much more than that because in this particular episode, because it's a secret and there's additional information that's been hidden out there for those, who are interested in following the storyline. I intersperse the data. I spread it out. I put it in different pieces so that cats, when they look at it, they're like, oh shit, this is fucking real. And then for those who are interested in it, all these little different data pieces, they're collector's items, man, because this is a real product. And, people will buy the ebook, those who support it. They'll buy the physical book and graphic novel ebook. They'll buy the different books because there are 15 of them. They'll collect them. And some people, man, who didn't listen to this podcast, despite, supporting the project in that they ultimately buy, the ebook and the comic book, right? They might not even know that the first chapter, man, was made available online for free because it was a treat that I treated the audience to, man. Those who were actually supportive and loyal, man, to this production and to what it is that we do. So in that and with that, that has been episode 19 of 495 Casting Celebrities Worldwide. And I am your boy, One Sir Grove, OSGOE 1.